Hey guys, what is going on? Randall419, the man with the million, back again with a review of The Bunker. Sorry I haven't put out a video in a couple days. I had some internet issues 2 days ago, and yesterday I wasn't feeling very well. Got up extremely late, but I did happen to play The Bunker. So The Bunker is a game developed by Splendid Games and published by Wales Interactive. And it is, as you can tell, an FMV. It's basically a movie interspliced with like real, actors. And then you move the cursor around the screen and select objects in a point-and-click fashion. This game is $15.99 currently on the Xbox One marketplace. I think it normally goes for $20. So what do I think about this game? It is a very, very good question, because I'm of two minds of it. Part of me didn't like it at all, but then the other part of me kind of appreciated what they were trying to do. So let me talk about a couple of the things I liked. I haven't played an FMV video game in a long time, and it was kind of refreshing to go back to something like this. I remember playing a few of these games back in the early and late 90s. It was weird. I mean, it pretty much plays out as a point-and-click game. So you play as John, and you're the last survivor of this bunker in some undisclosed location in England. And you are essentially a, 8-year-old boy trapped in a 30-year-old man's body, essentially, because he's never been to the outside the world. He's only ever known life in the bunker, essentially. So he gets afraid quite a bit, doesn't know what to do, and you have to guide him essentially into... I'm not going to spoil the story, because the story actually is kind of interesting when you get down to it. Like, what happened in the bunker, what happened outside in real life. Why was there a war? Like, why are these people the only people left in the bunker? Was just him and his mom? So the story is presented in an interesting way. The music is pretty good. Some of the acting is pretty good. Adam Brown, who you might recognize from The Hobbit, is the main actor, I guess, in this game. He was one of the dwarves in The Hobbit. He does a pretty good job of trying to convey that 8-year-old stuck in a 30-year-old's body who doesn't know what he's doing, who's scared. I know I've seen some reviews call this like a psychological horror game or like a horror game. Well, it's not a straight-up horror game. It's not like Outlast or any of that type of stuff. Horror, I guess, comes from John himself. I mean, it is acted pretty well. I mean, he does a good job of conveying the emotions he's feeling at the current time. But there's only so much you can do in an FMV setting. Because if you linger too long in certain spots, like if you're in a hallway and you have to choose, I want to go to this door or that door, like the animations will loop, the video will loop, and it kind of took me out of the experience for a little bit. And then Sarah Green plays his mother. She does a pretty good job as well. And those are pretty much the main two people in the game, but you directly control John the whole time. And, shit goes down in the bunker, as you can imagine. There's nobody there, and the maintenance team is long dead. So you can only imagine it's only a matter of time before, shit goes belly up. And when it does... seeing John, kind of not know what to do or overcome his fear, it's cool. I did like that aspect of it, and some of the story is pretty good. Like I said, some of the music is pretty good as well. There's not really much dialogue to be had. There is some in kind of flashback scenes, but I didn't really particularly care for it. Yeah, so you know what, let's talk about what I do like, and I like those achievements, so we're going to talk about some achievements and more of the gameplay and some things in just 1 second. Achievements in the game are pretty straightforward. There is one for completing each chapter of the game that are unmissable. There are collectibles scattered around from these little toys that John made as a kid that you can collect. They're worth 10 points each, and if you get them all, they're worth 100. There's documents you can read that also give more insight about what the bunker was used for and people's jobs in there. It gives a little backstory of what's going on. There's also, you know, at the ending of the game, you can, you know, choose one thing or the other as achievement for both. If you want to get all the achievements, you would pick one, and then as soon as you get the achievement, you would quit out and pick the other. So all in all, it's a really easy 1,000, less than 2 hours. What else? I don't know. You see, when I was playing it, I don't know, maybe it's because some of the games I played more recently that are like this, like Untitled Slavic Fable, I enjoyed more. Even like the walking simulators that I played, like I really enjoyed Firewatch and Virginia. So when I finally got to this game, and while this isn't a walking simulator, it is a point-and-click adventure game, this just seemed not as good as those other games. I wasn't as invested in the character and the story in this game as I was in Firewatch and Virginia. So it just didn't grab me like those did. I mean, it does have an interesting story if you're paying attention, just not that interesting. Pretty basic. I mean, I kind of knew what was going on the whole time. So yeah, I mean, the only really good things I can think about is the achievements are short. It's a unique experience, not a great one, just a kind of average game. And I mean, that's what I would give it. I would give it a 5 out of 10. It's an average game to me, and I use the whole 1 to 10 scale. Like, just, you know, IGN and GameSpot and all these places use 7 to 10. I use the whole scale. So for me, a 5 is average. This game was an average game to me. So yeah, I mean, it does have some glitches. I think I had this game freeze up on me 5 times, which is unacceptable for the fact that this game is 2 hours long. And let's get into that. You know, if you're into gamer scoring achievements and you would like to collect those things, then get this game, because you can get 1,000 points in 2 hours. If you're not, if you're just looking for you know, a game to play, I would pass on this at $20. I mean, it's $20 and you're gonna get 2 hours worth. There's not much replayability here because you can't skip scenes and you gotta wait for certain things to happen, so it really doesn't bode well for a second playthrough. So I would say hold off for a sale. This game isn't worth $20 in my opinion, and this is coming from somebody who bought the game. Like, I bought it, and I you know, I got my achievements out of it, but like as an actual game itself, nah, I don't think so. I wouldn't recommend it.
My favorite.
What else? Is there anything else I really say about this game? I mean, not much. I mean, you know, I haven't played an FMV game for a while, so it was kind of interesting to come back to it. But I think I've had my fill, unless there's going to be an FMV game from someone else that is a lot better than this. I would recommend, if you like point-and-click games, to check out the Artifix Mundi games on the Xbox, namely Eventide, Slavic Fable, or Nightmares from the Deep. Those point-and-click games are much better than this. They're more involved, and they're longer, and they're cheaper. So if you like a point-and-click game, pick those up. Alright guys, well, as always, you know, if you want to follow me on Twitter or Twitch, where I stream all my games, you can click on the links below in the description. I host the TXR podcast on Mondays. You can check that out. You can follow me on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is RandallThor19. Always check on what I'm doing. And yeah, guys, thanks for checking out the video. If you like it, hit that like button. Consider subbing to the channel as I try to grow it and provide more reviews and opinion pieces and things like that. I'm going to leave you with the rest of this bunker, this little clip here, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.
From any falling buildings, these particles will not be radioactive. Similarly, the ventilation should be shut down when the fallout is expected.